Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Han's class. And today we're going to be doing UFLI lesson 77, day 2, where we are talking about the AR that says R. So let's take a look. First thing we're going to do is our new concept review, and so let's take a look at it. So AR says R, which is confusing because you're like, no, this says R. This has the name R. We're talking about the sound we make that says R, that sound. So AR says the sound R, like in arm. Let's take a look. You will find them in the middle of words like bark and part. You will also find it at the end of words like far and star. And you will also find them occasionally at the beginning of words like art and arm, like we talked about. Good. Let's move forward. So the R sound is spelled like AR. And the reason why that's important is because I have friends on spelling tests that when I say spell the word far, they'll go R and they'll just write that. But R by itself doesn't say that. R says AR says R. So if you hear R, then you need to put R far. That's how it's spelled. We really need to know that. That's why this is a little bit tricky. Anyway, let's move forward. Everyone read with me. Car. Hard. Large. Start. Good. Get out your boards. Okay, so usually when we do this, I usually leave this middle Elkonin box. If you didn't know what it's called the Elkonin box. But I usually leave it for the middle vowel sound. In this case, I'm starting with AR here. And you're like, well, R is not a vowel. But when R is with a vowel, it controls it. It's important to note that when R is after the vowel, not before. Because if it's before, then it says it's R and then vowel sounds separately. But when it's after, it controls the vowel. So this doesn't go ar. It's R together. So we're going to start with that because the first word is art. R. Today we have art. Okay, then we're going to change art to dart. Art. Art. Notice I say this as one sound. So there's 4 letters, but there's 1, 2, 3 sounds. Okay, then we're going to change dart to mart. Art. Mart. Like Walmart. Okay? Then we're going to change mart to mark. Ark. Is that a CK? CK comes after a short vowel sound. This is not a short vowel. This is an R controlled vowel, so it's just K. Then we're going to change mark to park. R. Ark. Then we're going to change park to part. Art. Then we're going to change part to cart. Now this one you might ask, oh, is it a C or a K? Well, still follow that rule. K takes I and E. So C takes the other 3. Good. Then we're going to change cart to card. Ard. Then we're going to change card to yard. Yard. Then we're going to change yard to yarn. Notice my mouth is not closed, so even if you're like, wait, is he saying an M sound or an N sound? My mouth is open. My mouth is closed, so N. Okay, then we're going to change yarn to barn. Barn. R. Okay, then we're going to change barn to bark. Ark. Then we're going to change bark to hark. Might be like, that's not a real word. Hark the herald angels sing. All right. ark. It's a Christmas song, people. All right, and then the last one, change hark to shark. Shh. 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 So, I don't need to erase this, but I do need to add this. Shark. Shark. Great job. Erase your boards, and we're going to move into our irregular words. All right, so for our irregular words, we have 4 that we're going to review. I just kind of gave away the first one. And then we have 1 new one. So let's take a look. First one is... 4. I just said that. 4. Or. This makes the or sound, even though we'll learn about that in the next couple lessons. 4th. 40. People. You don't hear the O there. People. Good. Okay. Now, if you want to practice spelling those, you can, or writing sentences with them, you can. But we're going to learn our new one here. So let's take a look. We have 1 new one, and that is pretty. This is a schwa because it doesn't go pretty. It makes an I sound. It is a schwa, so that's why we need to know this by heart. Say pretty. Pretty. Good. Okay, let's move on. Pretty good. We're going to move into our last section of connected text. So girls, read this first one with me. Bart makes a pretty card in art class. Okay, boys. My dog loves going on car rides to the park. Everyone.
The cat was playing with some on the backyard.
Good. Now, if you want to practice spelling again, or maybe you want to find those words, you can pause, go back, pause, and do whatever. But we're going to go into our decodable text called The Garden. Omar loves to be in his garden on his farm. While it is still dark, he drags his old cart across the yard to the barn. He fills the cart with plants for the garden. When he gets to the garden, he looks at the plants one by one. Then he finds them all the best place to live. He finds big spaces for the large plants. He finds shade for the plants that do not like the harsh sun. He gives them all just what they want and makes them look so pretty. When Omar is done, he brings the cart back to the barn. Then he sits on his deck and looks at his garden with pride. Great job. Give yourselves a round of applause, pat on the back, kiss on your brain, and see you next time. Bye, everyone.